the minister in the cabinet meeting that just present the progress only in 7 minutes. So every people just give the time for 7 minutes to report the progress. So because if more than 7 minutes, it could be less focused than something like that. Next. And what we should do, I think something like use of the technology savvy in lecture, like maybe Mr. Surapong already just mentioned before. And also keep build face-to-face interactions and emotionally open. So although we develop the new technology to support our teaching and learning processes, but please keep doing face-to-face interactions. And also let's diverse and also let build the teamwork. And because we also have to, let's say, in line with the everything already served with fastly served, then we have also to fast response and seek feedback also in quite short time. Udah ya, deh, please ya. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for the presentation, sir. So from this presentation, you can highlight that the internet really has two side effects. That is, it can benefit us, meaning that we can get the advantages. And internet, on the other hand, can destroy our lives, perhaps, if we cannot use it wisely. Then we come to the second presenter, Mr. Surapong Amson. The time is yours. We give you around 30 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to keep connect the first session. We use the internet to join on together. If possible, if you have mobile, you can my presentation here. Okay, and that is you can link EIS that EIS slash EIS that okay. Sorry no don't order. Okay, I can. You're not familiar. it.ly/EIS chamber 2017. Okay, you click. Okay, help me. Okay, my teacher help me. You click. This is it. Okay, this is the one application. If you would like to do, you go to Google free for education. You know, free for education. This is about of the look like the abstract. Okay, that means we would like to abstract something that we would like to do. Okay, and after that have link and have the purpose of this. For example, more information link about this presentation. Click. Hi. Click. Follow me. Click. Yes. And after that, we have a presentation. Okay. I prepare for something for available a person can familiar with can do with mobile. Okay? But so that you can get to your mobile and then you interactive and learn with me in 30 minutes. When we explain on more information, you don't attention. You have a short attention only 10 minutes. You know, if you and more interactive, okay, 30 minutes enough for learn. After that, from yourself, you know. This is one thing. This okay. This is my topic: adaptive digital planet technology. I use planet because don't only cloud, more than cloud. Okay, above than cloud, longer than cloud. This is planet. That means would like to do together. Planet mean together. That means how we live long in about the planet system, you know. Anything in the world very, very important. If you make something for lot on system. So that I would like to explain more about EIS. English for integrated study. That means integration. Very, very important. That's okay. So that the third slide, you click the third slide. Okay. I found something can connect. I know can connect from. This is the slide. This the third slide. The third slide. Okay. This is the one thing. Empowerment of digital. You know, empower of digital. Technology to adaptive learning community, you know, learning community how to adapt for develop. Okay, very important. This is a keyword I found something in Australia, and I come to that. I lie about the picture. Oh, the younger, how can to nurture and for the stronger as we are. Okay, this is very, very important. I have 61-year-old. That means more experience. So that why I invite for about the retired director come to join. This is very, very important. And let for that for important for the younger for keep how to keep them, how to get them from philosophy for develop better than the past. Okay, this is the one thing you can link. Okay, for example, you look from something in new generation link, click, have sound. Okay, this is the one thing I taught something in Google for education in German already about this. Okay, but okay, I would like to share you something. Okay, come back again in the first step in the share your sorry the first link adaptive parent do the first above you know your above. No. The first slide. ข้างบนเนี่ยมีไหมอันบนลิงก์ข้างบนทีข้างบนเอาคลิกอันบนนู่นabove adaptive above okay this is the first step. Okay, we can link. Okay, slide move up. Oh no. This is the teacher. Don't familiar about it. Okay. เข้าใจไหมอย่างนี้ understand นะ you know นะ my side แต่ก็โอเค this is the one thing I show to something in information. For example, I click this is the original EIS. Can you click? No. Click video. How? Okay, this is. And then you click YouTube. Okay, this is a short, simple. Okay, I want to show something about the familiar, nah? You know, because learn from later, but I learn from click. You know, You know, this is a new situation. Okay, that means that when you found something that you everything that relate together. You know, the story that relate together. We can shoot, okay? But I show you about a little. Okay, stop. Enough. Because you can, when you interested, you can click and listen and more study. Okay, come back again. Come back again. Stop. Come back again. Okay, and then this is the former minister interested about it for explore about the policy, how to develop Thailand in 7 years ago. And after that, show about the one teacher that never used English before. One, click the video. And then in YouTube. Yeah. Why I click YouTube? Because more information for only one specified but answer that can relate with for learning more. Okay? Don't specify it. Oh, many. This is information. Sorry about internet slow in here. Can we eat because
can you introduce yourself?
My name is Siaran Langsung. I'm a mathematics teacher. Now I use English to teach my students in mathematics subjects.
Why did you improve your English literacy?
Because I want to improve my students.
Her never used English before. She tried to escape me, Don't go with me because I just specified to teach math in English. They did lie. They not attend. After that 3 years, only 1 year can develop. This is the one thing I use integration with the thing that the purpose for her for develop. This means English competency from the work in that job, okay? The last time I talk about the job, I carry job, and then I dig, okay, you really understanding, okay? When I carry job, and then I dig, okay? Oh, meaning of job, okay? So that the next, okay, one thing have I show you about my teacher, but now have to be a principal already click here. This is active teaching of her in about 7 years or 10 years ago, 11 years ago. A little.
Metaphor stage. What happened in metaphor stage?
11 years ago.
Okay. I count 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Stop it. This is 11 years ago about the internet not good, okay? No information about this is she developed themselves already. But so that in the next step, in that slide, the next step. Okay? So that please watch this about the Asian community. Watch this video, both Thai and English, but okay, you can listen in subtitle in English, okay? Can. Okay.
Mathayom Wat Nai Rong School is an example of medium-sized secondary school that implements the Ministry of Education's curriculum in using English as the primary language of instruction. The only classes that are instructed in Thai are Thai language, Thai social studies, Thai law, and Thai tradition and culture. Other courses in English are conducted by native speakers and Thai instructors who are proficient in English.
เรียกว่าการบูรณาการโครงการหลักสูตรภาคภาษาอังกฤษโดยอาศัยครูไทยที่เคยสอนวิทยาศาสตร์คณิตศาสตร์คอมพิวเตอร์หรือวิชาอื่นๆนะครับเป็นภาษาไทยแต่มาประยุกต์ลองพัฒนาให้เขามาใช้ภาษาอังกฤษเป็นสื่อการสอนเพื่อให้เด็กกลุ่มนั้นมีโอกาสสำคัญนะครับเพื่อให้เด็กกลุ่มที่ขาดโอกาสได้มีโอกาส
ราะฉะนั้นพอเราทำอย่างนี้เราเลยมีโอกาสได้พัฒนาครูคนไทยให้สอนเป็นภาษาอังกฤษเสมือนกับโครงการหลักสูตรภาคภาษาอังกฤษของกระทรวงศึกษาธิการนะครับเราทำเพียงประมาณสัก 2-3 ปีเท่านั้นแหละครูเหล่านี้พัฒนาได้สามารถสอนนะฮะในหลักสูตรภาคปกติให้ทัดเทียมเท่ากับหลักสูตรโครงการหลักสูตรภาคภาษาอังกฤษและทำให้ครูเหล่านี้กลับไปสอนในโครงการ EP ได้ด้วย
Right now I'm studying here since in M1 now I'm in M6 and I have very good English skills now I can organize an event by myself with the help of my friends and teachers and I think this school give me a lot of experience and memories
I think it's really fantastic because before I went here I actually not quite as good as I am now. It have improved me so much in so many ways. From the textbook, it's in English. From the classroom, the foreigner teachers, all of that stuff. And also the seniors, we have in contact a lot. So it's just a great place of your improvement.
ก็จริงๆก็คือเหมือนกับเป็นการเปิดโลกทัศน์ด้วยเพราะว่าเราอยู่ที่ประเทศของเราก็เคยเห็นการเรียนการสอนแบบนี้ใช่ไหมคะพอเราลองไปเปลี่ยนบางทีเทคนิคการสอนของเขาอย่างอื่นที่มันน่าสนใจแล้วเราสามารถมาปรับใช้ในโรงเรียนก็จะดีค่ะ
Work together, we work together. Use English as a medium of communication. Use English as a medium of teaching. Very important. That means follow up from English can be working language in ASEAN community.
Okay, this is a short video, but more than this, you can learn any language from the video. Why I use it? Because I would like to have 5 sense of people what hearing something like this and develop learning different from the part time. Only literature, okay? This is one thing, this is very important in America. In the last video, this is the integration. And so that don't open like that, okay? Okay, don't open. That means you can open, you can study. We have a short time for you something, okay? I'm that this, okay? Okay, can click because I know that. Continue. เบอร์ลิกคุณตามโอเค continue โอเค I know because I familiar from click not familiar from letter but the two things called related how to make the environment to flexible to learn very important from the teacher look for the educator how to educate younger to quickly learn and more learn and more learn don't play game okay this is for one thing for okay a little okay this is you can connect because I would like to have your email only email address okay we can connect for example can you connect your email show your class now in your school this is for about the Google Classroom like a digital classroom in planet everyone can learn from connecting through with only email only email only email can connect that means I would like to if possible I use my teacher this is they taught already in class no this is don't present to you you can connect for your email address okay and then would like to show you something for about your example of Google Classroom that means we adapt from digital planet classroom system system that means we have input in have process we have upload and then improve on improve on okay show a little you great language because this is Indonesia language okay okay Gmail okay yes no. Because he is younger, better than me from typing, you know. Because she click every day. Yeah. We own her, but okay, learn together. This is a form different from mail. Okay, this is at nairoschool.com. This is free, free account. We can use. I found from Google for Education in Indonesia. Use. They have invited me to come to join, but okay, no have a time. Okay, no have a time. This is for that. I would like to show something about the app of her. Yeah, more, and then more, click, and then go to classroom. Okay, more, click, and then classroom, your classroom. Yes, this is the one thing that have already. We have classroom in planet. Anybody should learn and interactive, right? Okay. This is a for example of app we adapt for make community together now in EAS Association of Thailand and answer for in Ministry of Education. This is a adaptive app to be a classroom. Okay, to be a classroom. Something like this. Okay. This is the one thing for I'm trained teacher. Okay. One thing of I'm trained teacher is, okay, he's a classmate. This is a lesson training in here. This is a form as an open or something like this. You have your class first, okay. This is her have a student, okay. But okay, when you have a teacher, where is your class? Yeah. Okay. Just saw about the student, everything. Yeah, you know. I have a principal know why the student 79 don't done after. Okay, why? Good or not good? This lesson. Okay. Parent can join if you click the student. Click the student. No, student function. Yes. And then guardian. You know guardian. If you invite guardian come join together. Don't come to class, but know about the performance, about the behavior of students. Learn with her. We think about the participation help the younger better. You know, this is all together to make new better than us. Okay, this is it. So that the community, you know, community, professional of learning use community to help. Don't only about take context, you know, don't take context, environment. So that why I talk about planet, you know. If you work something on the earth lot on, okay. This is the what it is to say, okay. Okay, this is a joy for you. This is the one app developed to like a classroom, but we call digital planet. Technology classroom. Okay, one thing we found that can improve our teacher, our that easy to learn good English for integrated study. With the part used for textbook for something like this. When I work in a movie, I work in that. Oh, my book in my home. Okay, wait. Okay, you know. But now use something for linking. Okay, this is all. My presentation about this. That means that go to the first of my presentation. Yes. This is you can join, you can that. Okay. Above like this. Okay. Can I? Link อะไรนะเมื่อกี้คลิกไปนะคลิกได้เลยคลิกต่อถ้าอยู่กรอกนั่นจะไปได้แล้วโอเคโอเค This is for the second part. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't change from English. But okay. After that I change. You can keep connect. I think of my teacher more very duty. You know, very job. But think for the student first. Okay, to have it, okay, I check. Okay, check. Student can learn, keep learning on. If the student can come in class, can learn outside class, okay? Anything can connect. So that I try to improve. Okay, this can develop about for new generation and our to learn together for improved quality of education. Very, very important. So that this is one thing, and this is for your answer for interactive. Okay, okay, everybody. If you can connect, you can join with us. I would like to know for more information about my presentation. Okay. I would like to develop all our in the future. Okay. This is for only example of my presentation about in my topic like this. Okay. Before you topic, before you submit, you don't robot. You know, you're human. That means I am not robot. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention.
All right, thank you very much for the nice presentation from Mr. Surapong. We can highlight that yes, the use of technology is becoming an urgent need, especially for us, for the educators. And as educators, certainly we must be literate and we must be familiar with the programs, especially for teachers' professional development. And what we have just taken a look, that we can get more samples about how to integrate the technology in developing teaching and learning process. Would you please try to make notes and then please ask questions at the end of the session. The next presenter is Professor David, MSc PhD. He is going to present a topic on research-based learning. Research-based learning. So here he would like to connect between research and learning. The time is yours, sir, around 30 minutes.
Ya itu langsung. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Especially my brother from Bangladesh. Welcome to our session. Our topic is about research-based learning. It will be a quite different with Mr. Surapong. We are talking in the university side. But it will be possible to implement this one in the school side. The terminology is research-based learning. This could be a learning strategy or could be a learning philosophy. If it is learning philosophy, it's come up with the curriculum. We have a research-based curriculum as well. It is already run in this university through the Islamic Development Bank. We give a teaching grant to all the program study to implement a research-based learning, especially research-based curricula. Okay, why we have this one? We have a very important term for the 21st century learning, especially in ASEAN University Network, that we should reach the university in which perspective that we call world-class university. What is world-class university? Such university will almost centrally be a research intensive university. When we are talking an application of the learning model, the use of hypermedia, for example, the use of internet, for example, or the use of a big planet or cloud saving data, for example. But not only the implementation of that one, we also should study how far the impacts of the use of those kind of things. And then after that, carrying the research, and the final one should be published in the publication. That's we call the literacy of research. If people only do something like proposing, writing proposal, as well as carrying the research and reporting the research, just like a big and a huge number of documents, without publishing that research, this is not attain the literacy of research. So when we need to attend the university in world-class university perspective, we should have a publication. Okay, so our data say it's not so encouraging, but we are heading to write that kind of data. Still here, Thailand's a bit higher than Indonesia in terms of the publication, but don't worry, in the short term, we will compete and we will challenge as well as your publication number. We understand, but we should that we are still left behind. Why we need the publication? Because there is a big issue that Mr. Surapong already saw in front of us about the picture that we call the 21st century skill. In the future, people will be doing something and do more one job in the same time. Right now, you can imagine, you can join the conference as well as you are Googling, you are using your mobile phone and everything, even chatting with each other. But as well as you're watching to the screen and hearing our words. So that's mean you are a multitasking people. That's the first century learning skill. Every people should do something in the same time. So they can do any time, anywhere, any place. 21st century skill need forces. That's the first one is creativity. Second one is critical thinking. And the third one is communication. And the fourth one is collaboration. So that's why the University of Jember now heading to gain a big number of partnership with cross-culture, cross-country to have a collaboration. Between a collaboration, we cannot be a number one, a champion in the future. Collaboration is important one. People cannot do by themselves, by individually. They should do in a group. They should collaborate with each other. But even collaboration already established, but they should establish the critical thinking and creative thinking. What is creativity? The keyword is novelty. Without novelty. So that's why when I examine my students who are doing thesis or dissertation, and when they got a defense for the dissertation or thesis, and then I should ask them, is there any novelty inside? If there is no novelty, this is hopeless. Your document is hopeless. Because what? Novelty is the first creativity indicator for the 21st century learning. So you should have novelty. What is novelty in Indonesia? Kebaharuan. Kalau tidak ada kebaharuan, maka tesis Anda tidak akan menjadi baik. Maka nanti presenting in front of us, the new result and the novelty in front of us. If there is novelty, it is easy to gain a publication even in the good and reputable journal. Novelty is important. The second one is critical thinking. What is the critical thinking indicator? Is questioning and reasoning. So that's why every day when I meet my student, I always ask one student, I just get used to it asking question. Because Einstein said, don't stop questioning. Even he said that questioning is much better than solving a problem. It is a keyword. I just tell you, when I was in Australia, I got a voluntary in a class, teaching in a class in elementary school. I always say it in front of people when I get involved in invited speaker. When I went to a school in Australia, that was an elementary school, I just surprised because what? In one school there is two teachers. And how big is the number of students? Only 15 students. 15 students, 2 teachers. I just surprised. What is your salary? Convert to Indonesian rupiahs, their salary 45 millions. Look at that. Indonesia paling 3 juta ini kan ya. Kalau tidak dipotong hutang itu kan gitu. 45 million teaching in a classroom for 15 students, for 2 teachers. And what the teacher did in Australia, when I was a voluntary teacher there, the mentor asked to me, please ask a question. That is the indicator of the 21st century skill. And I start to ask a student, how are you, student? And what should I ask? And my mentor said, please ask something quite contextual related to their past activity. Okay? And then I just asked to my student, what did you do last night? I went to supermarket. Student said to me, what did you buy? I bought 2 pizzas. How much money did you pay for 2 pizzas? I bought 2 pizzas for just about $20. Okay. If you buy 2 pizza, $20. And then my mentor said, just please keep going, asking question. If you buy 2 pizza, $20, how much money will you pay if you buy 1 pizza? So how much money? And then the student, it is in elementary school, year 3, they just smartly can answer that problem. And he said, I will pay $10. Look at that. How smart the student. What is it that time? I should teach them about division. I should teach them about division. But it is commonly different with Indonesian teacher. When they start a division, look at that, mathematics operation. The division is the hardest one. And like teacher said, okay class, we are talking about mathematics. And his face a bit upset, and the student will start to scary about it. And what he said, the division is the repetition of subtraction, starting from definition. In Australia, teaching a class not starting from definition. But in here, all the teacher teaching a class start with definition. That's actually the philosophy is considered to be behaviorism philosophy, not constructivism philosophy. It is not in the 21st century skill anymore. If you start a class by introducing a division, and all the class member and the classroom student please make sure that they will have the same notes year to year because you start with division. So now start from asking question. But unfortunately, if it is in Indonesia, if you start one by one, 40 students, and then the time will be over only asking student. So that's the key word. Okay, now this is the new paradigm shift. New paradigm shift. See, content is a process now. Ownership, not a teacher, but student. So, if you feel that the owner of the class is a teacher or a lecturer, if you late to come and join the class, of course, the student do not start something. But Mr. Surapong already shown us, if you use multimedia, you can remote from anywhere. Even there is no teacher or lecturer in the class, and then you can start a class. But unfortunately in Indonesia say that I am the owner of a class. Without me, no classroom. Without me, no session start. And finally, if you teaching in a one day, say something like 4 classes or 5 classes, after afternoon you get exhausted, and then you couldn't start anymore, and you couldn't begin any more teaching because you get tired. Understand? And then you get angry to your student. Please don't be late. If you late, shut down and close the door. Okay. That's the temperamental teacher. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. Okay. And unfortunately one day, the teacher or the lecturer, and they said already appointment and already agreement with the class, whoever late, they are outside. Don't come in, don't get in. But unfortunately, the lecturer or the teacher late himself. And then they just step down to a class, and finally there are one student asked, teacher, you said that we are not late. We do not late. But what happened? Because the teacher are very smart, is the class already start? Not yet, we are waiting for you. Okay, I am not late now. So that's the dangers if the owner of the class is a teacher. Understand? Okay, that's okay. Now, coming with the 21st century school, we have a big issue, and we are researching right now as well. There are the huge number of theses and also dissertation doing with this one. What is that? Lots versus HOTS. Lot is mean lower order thinking skill. HOT mean higher order thinking skill. If your teacher, you are teaching mathematics, you said to teacher, you said to student, okay, student, please determine the area of the triangle. If we know the base is 5 centimeter and the height is 10 centimeter, what is the area of the triangle? We do not need the human being to answer this problem. We just ask to the computer to ask, because we already established MATLAB software, Maple software, everything, PDA Toolbox software, everything we have a software. Because what? That's only attaining the application, not attaining the creative thinking. So PISA tests indicate not like that. PISA, which is indicator of performance tests in ASEAN regions, not always asking to student obtaining, determining, calculating or something like that. But what is? You should ask the student to give a reasoning. That's a keyword. Reasoning is a keyword to have and to sustain, to survive in the 21st century skill. So that's why I said to you that reasoning is much better than solving a problem. So versus HOTS, we already done this one. So that's why to make the collaboration, it is important to have cooperative learning. That's kind of type of teaching model of student-centered learning. In what here, in this part of the type of the student-centered learning, we have a research-based learning. What is a research-based learning? Research-based learning strategy for successfully linking teaching and learning. Bring the research activity, research result into teaching activity. That's the best one of the research-based learning. There is a paper, as we already have this in 2007. Research-based learning is type of student-centered learning models that brings the research elements into the learning process, according to Blackmore and Fraser 2007. There are 5 stages of there are 5 skills that we can reach of implementing the research-based learning, not only cognitive, also knowledge, ethics skill, social skill, communication, arithmetic, information, and technology skill. Okay, this one. I just skip this one. Okay, this one. Yeah. We have 4 quadrants of learning. The left one is emphasis of the research process. And the left side is emphasis of the research content. When you have research oriented, you only implement research methodology in a class. If a curriculum in the university only teach a teaching methodology, also content and subject, as well as a statistic and research method that considered to be research oriented. Okay, there are research-led learning process are enriched by lecturer and the other scientist research result. Lecturer can browse some papers through scientific indexing database. But research tutor learning process are enriched by literature and review journal paper based literature review for study the covering statement, method, and the research finding of the paper. And the 4th one, this is the hardest one that we can reach, is learning process actively involve student in doing research through inquiry, discovery, and project-based learning. We already implement this one. In research-based learning, there are 3 factors that we call lecturer, class, and research group. So if you have in a class in a higher university level, so please consider if there is a research group and there is a class and there is a lecturer, research group, and a class is just a triple helix involvement. What is the connection between research group and lecturer? They are supervising thesis, dissertation, or joint research. What is a lecturer and class? They bring an unsolved problem to the class. And what is the classroom and research group? And they bring the result of the new innovation of that class. We already implement this one in this university. And finally, what we get here, the result of the implementation of this one, we already get this one. Okay, so we, in our department, in mathematics department, we implemented this one. The first semester, they join a class together for the master degree. And after that, the second semester, they are split it into a research-based learning into research group each individually. So every student can choose which research group they are going to go. which research group they are going to join. And all the time they are with their supervisor doing something which is relevant, which research group research of interest. Also, which implementing this one, we have this result. Student research is my research as well. Student research is lecturer research. So student and lecturer join a paper, join a research together because they are doing and implement the research-based learning. And finally, we have the result. This is the last. Okay, the first assessment of RG of our research group, the critical thinking is up, creativity also up, there are novelty, communication also up, collaboration also up, and finally, we have a number publication indexed by Scopus 2016. This is achieved by a special research group that we call SIGAN here. We have 46 publication in Scopus. In general, our university, by implementing the research group in this university as well, we have 260 publication indexed by Scopus. Just this is starting the May 2017. So it is a big gain of the implementation of research-based learning. Finally, I will conclusion. The implementation of research-based learning can improve the productivity of research and publication of the university side, especially University of Jember. So for the future and further researcher, there is open a problem, analyze the impact of research-based learning in student achievement tests, analyze the creative and critical thinking skill of the student when they are solving an open problem arising from the recent research publication, and how far the impact of the existence of research group in general in promoting the world-class university. This is an open problem that can be carried out by research activity for both teacher and as well as lecturer and student. I believe that's all from me. Then we can discuss together about this one after the discussion session. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Prof. Rafiq, for the nice presentations. I think this is a very creative presentations in which we are, as the educators, are challenged with how to implement the research-based learning in our classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have around more than 1 hour up to 12 o'clock. So for the first round, I'm going to invite we still have one more presenter. We still have one more presenter by Mr. Vincent. Thank you. The time is yours. Sorry for doing this.
Selamat pagi. Now I don't prepare the presentation to speak with everybody because I don't know before. My name is Siaran Langsung, the lecturer of Chinolot Vidyalaya School, the secondary education in Thailand. In our school have about 2,500 students. I'm very pleased to come to Jember University and to cooperate among my school and Jember University. So I hope we can collaborate our knowledge and our culture in the future as well. Finally, thank you for your warm welcome. Yeah, thank you very much. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you for very short presentation. Then let's come to the question and answers. So we invite 4 audience for the first round. We start from the right row, and then here 1, and then the next. Okay, let me start from you, Papa. What's your name, please? Please mention your name and then your institution. So this is the first one, and then the second one. Yeah, Papa. Okay, from
check
this one. Okay, the ladies. Yeah, and then what is at the back row? The ladies at the back row. Okay, let me start from you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I'm Novel Raka from SMP IT Al Haraki, Depok, West Java. Thank you very much. I came here with my friends, that one of us as a presenter at the session class. And then what I want to ask is about, first of all, we should admit that internet has so many benefits, especially in education. But we need to be more sensible of ICT due to its growth. It's really fast. Before now, in Indonesia, in our curriculum, 2013 curriculum, we have ICT as a single subject. So we have a teacher to teach students about technology and internet as a single subject. But there is a change in our curriculum, that in our new curriculum, 2013 curriculum, the ICT subject is, there is no more ICT. So what I want to ask, how do we maximize our education purposes or pedagogy purposes in utilization of ICT, but the ICT, there is no more in our curriculum. That's the first one. The second one, we know that because we know about the prediction of 2028 demography in Indonesia, that the amount of younger or Indonesian productive age population more than 80% in Indonesia. So, how to prepare this condition from the very young? Can we implement the research-based learning on low grade school? I mean for the junior high school or even the younger, like elementary school. How to implement this? And if we can implement the research-based learning in lower education, how do we develop world-class school? Okay, that's my question. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I think the questions are addressed to Pak Hasan and also Pak David, and perhaps Ms. Surapong, Mr. Surapong. Okay, and the next then goes to the second row. Yeah. Would you please help for the microphone?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Toyib. My name is Achmad Rodi Toyib. I come from Blora, Central Java, and I'm studying in Al Hikmah Teacher Institute, Surabaya. as we know as STKIP Al-Hikmah Surabaya, I'm in the fourth semester of undergraduate. Here I'm as a pre-service teacher. I have two questions for Mr. David. The first is, what kinds of research that can be made as a research-based learning, especially in language learning? And the second is, how long that as the teacher can do the research-based learning in the field of junior high school or senior high school? That's all my question. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you. I think, yeah, second question is almost the same as the first one. And then the next goes to the eastern part. Yeah. Ibu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lailatul Nuraini. I'm a lecturer from Physics Education Department, University of Jember. I have two questions for you. The first for Mr. Surapong Langsung. We know that now there is a lot of teachers give a task for the students using internet. So how to control that our students search the information from the internet? How to control? We know that there is a lot of pornography, maybe. Okay, the first. And the second question for Dr. Andes Muhammad Hasan. We know that technology have positive and negative impact. So how to educate our students about internet? Is there the limited years for the if the internet is safe for our students? Thank you. I think enough. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, the last question. The second question to Pak Hasan, I think, how to educate students with what they say in the era of the internet. It's very general questions. And then to Mr. Surapong, the question is about task-based internet designed by the teachers. The question is how to control. Yeah. Okay, the last question, please. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This question is for the first and the second presenter. Both of you said that there are a lot of side effects of internet, and one of the research of helper in USA said that a lot of teenagers, especially the student of the senior high school and junior high school and the student of the university, use the internet to do the risk behavior like homosexual. And one of the research said that from the internet, there are a lot of teenagers use internet to make more social networking and then make communication and how to learn how to do sexual intercourse with the men in a homosexual community. As a lecturer and as the leader of this university, maybe there is any activity or programs to protect or to prevent the negative effect, especially for the teenager and the student in a risky behavior. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So the first is to Mr. Surapong and then to Pak Hasan. Okay, the first questions. Yeah. Yeah, is given to Pak Hasan.
Thank you for the questions from the participant from Depok. It is reality that the new curriculum doesn't include ICT as a special subject now, and it is of my understanding that because basically ICT is a support system, and the generations in the school already quite familiar, because since as I said before, that the baby born in the late of 90 or the early of 2000, they already common with the ICT. Then for the school should change how now focusing the use of ICT to support the teaching and learning process, other than focusly to teach the ICT itself. I think that's the reason why the ICT now not as a special subject in the curriculum in the school. And I think from the third questions, how to educate the students, and I think almost also from the fourth questions, almost similar, the questions itself. As we know that from the internet we can learn almost everything. Now let's say the new mom, I think the mother that just have the first kids, how to, let's say, take care their kids, they just easily can find from the internet. Also how to, let's say, the engagement, or to make a couple married, the way how to marry and everything to prepare related to marriage, then we can also easily find from the internet. So almost everything we can find it there. The good one, and could be also not the good one. So this is really that maybe there are two things. If the government policy implement any not good thing can be blocked, then I think they can prevent, or they can, let's say, protect the potential kids to access that materials. But I think this is quite hard now, because the technology already grows such thing. So the wise one, I think we have to educate our kids, our students, to make understand about how they use internet in nicely, in wisely, so that they can have a positive impact from using the internet, from accessing all material from the internet. The material that upload to internet is actually can come from everybody, but we still have lucky, because we have Wikipedia. Wikipedia can let's say play a role as a control right one, because Wikipedia can always update it by everybody also. So the last one, it's mean the right one, because if not right, of course another person will correct that. And I think there are actually some countries that already implement to protect the bad material from the internet, something like, from what I understand, China and also other countries, they try to block Google and so on. But actually that's also maybe not really the wise one, because not always bad thing that can learn from the internet. There are so many good things that we can learn about that. I think that's my answer for the third and the fourth questions. Thank you.
Yeah, the next question goes to Mr. Surapong.
Okay. Thank you for the audience that interested about the look like ICT as a problem. But I think ICT have a benefit, because we must to accept that this era is ICT. This era or this situation, there information, communication and technology. Like look like as a food. Many people eat them as a food. But they don't know about food have a benefit or not benefit. Eat every time. Eat every time. Think about it. So that I have a principal, I have a teacher, I think from teaching methodology. Now situation change from in the past. How? That means teacher how to can mixing, how to can adapting this. For let the kids, let the primary student, let the junior student and high school student to have a family, how to use that more benefits from the living. We cannot escape about the ICT about it like this. For example, everybody have smartphone already. Have is information, everything already. But how they can analyze, how they can summarize for this good or that not that's good. Now they eat information, but the teacher, instructor, how to choose that for let them look like a family and adapting for the future, look for a daily life for this. For example, if teacher talks so much in class, what do you think about student outside class? Attend to learn more or not? No. Communicate first, okay? Chatting with friends first, okay? How we integrate, how to mixing for a benefit that they learn and adapt. For example, in kid teacher, how to add this and let them for play and then for something like this. Don't only play game and associate. That means how to mixing from the old and the new together and let them for develop and then them for develop look like a family from this food, okay? Family from this food, that a food from no toxin, no everything that is, okay? This is very, very important this. So I start use ICT when I 50. I know technology, but start eating. That how can adapt for living, for adapting. Teacher, very important. The first question about from computer teacher. If you teach the own way, not success. How to adapt computer for science, like a computer science. That means that you side process of step for to learn. Don't memory. You only click and then observe about the function. and go. Like a driver taxi. Don't remember everything, but remember how to click and go to the destination. Follow from the Google map, something like this. Now change. And so that adapt your teaching, adapt your living, adapt to something use information ICT for more benefit of you. Teacher, very important. Teacher, very important. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr.
For more internet, the advantage of internet is very modern, and if to use, you don't know how to use, you don't know how to speak it. Everybody, you cannot use the advantage of internet. Then teacher, student, you use familiar to internet. How to use for more to learning, not to teaching. If teacher use internet for teaching, student not learn. Teacher use internet for stimulus the student to learn, such as give me any question and don't answer. Student try to answer for more in Google, for more in internet. Then student to learn, must to learn, and how to learn in the next century. Okay?
Okay, thank you for additional information. Then the next time goes to Prof. David to answer the question from the first audience and also the third one.
Yeah, one thing left for the use of the ICT. Someone from Jakarta also give us questions. Yes, we realize that the ICT subject is no more exists in our curriculum. But the thing we should realize, we use ICT in daily life. We implement ICT, not we are teaching ICT. Teaching ICT is not so important, but implementing the ICT use in daily life or in the classroom is much more important. For example, think about this one. I already asked to my teachers just nearby this university, don't use a software when you are teaching integral, when you are teaching calculus, when you are teaching limit, or for example something like this. When you are solving a system of equation, don't you use a math lab, don't you use a Maple, don't you use everything. In a classroom they don't use it, this one, they just solve analytically. They use blackboard and even they use a whiteboard, they solve analytically about that one. So I believe it is not good. The curriculum open for you to use internet straightforwardly in terms of teaching how to use internet, how to use ICT. That's the main issue right now. That's why government said that we do not need to teach anymore about that one. All students are encouraged to use it, and all teachers are encouraged to use it straightforwardly in a class when they need it, because students are allowed to bring a laptop, are allowed to bring ICT or something that in the class. Also you can use a process, you can use a word processing, you can use whatever you can. Students now can develop themselves about how to write a PowerPoint, how to connect with this one, for example internet, local area network and so on. How to develop with Beamer, how to develop with LaTeX, That's the open software. Open software, just like WinEdit and everything. So this one also allowed to use it in a class, but teaching in a class which is taking a certain number of credit semester, it does not exist anymore. That I realized about that one. Okay. Now the second question is the same with this from Toyib from I'm not sure where are you from, Surabaya. How to implement and how to use research-based learning in the school side, or using this type of teaching learning model for doing research. Just go to Google Scholar, yeah, or to repository site, either Unej repository, repository, and please type the implementation of research-based learning in improving the student achievement test. That's the very easiest one. That is considered to be an action, classroom action research. When you start with the implementation of something, implementing something, that's considered to be a classroom action research. Yeah, so you can use it, that one. So, but the things people ask me, what is the difference between RBL, research-based learning, and PBL, project or problem-based learning? The thing that I'm thinking here, problem solving, the aspect, cognitive level is the aspect. In project-based learning or problem-based learning, cognitive level, it's not necessary to reach the top level of taxonomy Bloom, namely creative thinking. In problem-based learning, you can reach application, that is the third level, or critical, that is the fourth level. That's enough for project-based learning. But for research-based learning, it's not enough. You should attain the highest level. That is a creative thinking. That is in terms of cognitive level. And in terms of problem solving, in project and problem-based learning, the problem solving is a procedural. Procedural means if there is like standard operating procedure, and there is a step, there is a phase, and there is a syntaxis or something like this, and student can do it. How to grow up, for example, the three. How to build something like in biology, or how to write or programming. There is a certain step, there is a certain procedure, and then you can implement the problem-based learning or project-based learning to a student. But it is not in research-based learning. In research-based learning, the problem solving is non-procedural, could be open-ended, multi-technique and multi-solution. So if there is one solution and one technique, it is considered to be project or problem-based learning. In research-based learning is open. Everybody can give a certain solution, a certain technique to solve a problem. So it is actually in that side, the problem is considered to be open-ended problem. That's mean open is multi-technique, open the second one is multi-solution. How does it take? It depends. If you are doing the classroom action research, you can do one semester. Maybe 2 cycluses, 2 cycles or 3 cycles, it's enough. But if you analyze the critical thinking of the creative thinking of the student, you can do one shot. For example, just establish the problem, arise from the research-based learning syntax, arise from the research-based learning indicator, and then you develop the the material of test, the material of a student worksheet, and implement at that side, and straightway you can have a data, and then after that you can analyze the data. That's depend on how the methodology you are going on, with the research or implementation of research-based learning. But in university side, not only involving student, but also we should involve the research group as well. So that's why in departmental office, in the departmental level, there are a lot of research group. Research group give a topic, research group give a certain research of interest, and then they bring a class, and then the class bring to a thesis, and again doing jointly between classroom, also research group and lecturer. It takes more time, something like 1 year period, because they should finish their thesis in 1 year. That's we already implemented this one. So that's why it is easy. So the research-based learning is able to implement in school side as well as in the university sites. No problem. So please go to repository Unej ASI, and then you can find a lot of research-based learning material things. Yeah, and as well as you can, we already have this one. This is for from someone else in the okay. I just show you something. Yeah, Sila Rahmawati, penerapan model research-based learning dengan pendekatan saintifik dalam meningkatkan pembelajaran IPS pada siswa kelas 5 SDN 1 Sukomulyo. Di mana Sukomulyo ini? Kebumen, ya. Coba bayangkan. So, research-based learning also can be done in elementary school, in junior high school, in also senior high school. But I should say to you, in Thailand, they say elementary school, there's another one is secondary school. But in Indonesia, we have 3 institutions, and we have 3 headmaster or directors. But in Thailand, only have 2. Elementary, secondary. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah. So secondary is like 6 years. Students should stay there. Yeah. But you can say junior high school here or higher, senior high school. But in Thailand, junior is secondary school as well as senior high school as well. Yeah, it is possible. So please do it this one. When you get back to your house, to your home, please do it, get one, and then take some material from the internet site. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Rafiq, for the clarifications. I think the time is already shows 11 to 25. The questions are already representing, yeah, from the materials that we have discussed so far. So I think that it's enough for us, yeah, for the discussion this morning, because we still have the parallel sessions at 12 o'clock, yeah, and then up to, around 1 o'clock up to 5, yeah. So we need to take rest, and then we still have to have lunch and also prayer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Before closing with the conclusion of the seminar, you have to wait for the information from the committee, yeah, until the end of the session. Ladies and gentlemen, our plenary session has been over, and I'm going to give the concluding remarks for this session. First of all, as the educators and also the teachers, it is unavoidable that we must be familiar with the technology, especially for the computer. The second one, we can get more benefits from the internet-based teaching and learning. And as the educators, we must be more creative, I think, in designing learning tasks for our students. Lastly, as suggested by Prof. Rafiq, is that research-based learning are applicable for elementary school students, for secondary school students, and also at the level of university. So why not we try to be more creative in order to raise our young generation into higher level of thinking skills. I think this is the concluding remarks from me, and once again let us give big applause to our presenters today. Thank you very much for your active participation, and apologize me if there are some mistakes and errors in my handling of this conference. I'll back to the Master of Ceremony for the next agenda. Thank you very much.
So just be attentions for Thailand teachers and also principal or directors and my brothers from Bangladesh, and all the committee are invited to go to downstairs to have lunch together in downstairs in the rooms. Okay.
Thank you. Finally, we're stepping on the last agenda. Let's close this agenda by reciting Hamdalah together.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the opening ceremony. Thank you very much, and
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear all audience, you can take a look at the pleno schedule at the information board in front of this office, and we're also going to have a lunch at the first floor of SIDAS building.
And also for the Thailand teachers and participants from Bangladesh, for the committee and the structural officers, we're going to have lunch in the second floor of this building. Thank you.
Perlu diingatkan kembali untuk para peserta conference, untuk jadwal sidang pleno bisa dilihat di papan informasi depan ruangan ini, dan akan ada makan siang di lantai 1 gedung SIDAS untuk para peserta.
Dan untuk para panitia dan struktural bisa langsung makan siang di ruang senat di lantai 2 gedung rektorat. Thank you.